day 44. This place is pretty, huh? It's really pretty, huh? It's called Old Fogey Hot Springs. They call it Holtville Hot Springs and BLM Hot Springs. So it's got several names. Anyway, I had a very emotional day today. Even got in a fight with my honey. It's not one of my favorite days. I woke up, you know, I had a rough night last night too, so that's probably really contributing to it. You know, we were staying at the sand dune place and people rode their rails all night long, and that part doesn't bother me. It's just when you're leaving camp to go up to the sand dunes, like, do you gotta rap? You know? So that did not start the morning off well. And then, you know, my honey's got this thing that he doesn't see yet, so I can't really talk to him about it, because whenever I try to talk to him about it, we end up in this huge fight, you know? So, where he thinks the world revolves around him. And it's funny. Like, I could tell you guys a story. So here we go. Check this out. And this is what I think about every single time. Most of the times when he acts like the world revolves around him, I think of this story about when I saw that I thought the world revolved around me. So, 20 years ago now. Well, of course I thought the world revolved around me in my early 20s, right? I was in a program and I had to go see the judge, and you know, it was drug related, and so I was brand new in the program and I was coming off of the drugs. I wasn't using anymore, but my system wasn't clean yet, you know, because you know, it takes a minute for some stuff to leave. So and there was a guy who went up to the judge in front of me, and he was new too, and he was telling the judge, I'm clean, I don't know why it's not coming clean, and you know, and the judge got really frustrated with him, and so he was upset. And then when I went up there, I was dirty. So the judge gets mad at me and whatever. But when I go out to the street and I see the guy at the corner, I don't even know him yet. He's one of my good friends now. I love him to death. But I said to him, don't piss off the judge when I'm dirty. Right? Like the world revolves around me. Right? So that's the story I think of when he's doing shit that he's doing, you know what I mean? The way he really thinks the world revolves around him. So I got a little triggered this morning when he did it. And he's got this thing where he talks to me like I'm a child. Like I had an incident with a friend today too. Well, found out that a friend was telling her husband that I was saying things, telling her things about him that I was not. For one, I wasn't privy to the information to be able to share it, but even if I was, I wouldn't have shared it. Because I just don't share information people share with me. That's the kind of person I am. So that really, really hurt my feelings. And then when I shared with him that my feelings were hurt by it, he talked to me once again like I was a child. It was like, well, I've told you who she is and how she behaves and what she does. Like, you know, you're dumb for being upset, you know. And I told him that stuff, and he was like, well, I didn't mean to say you were being dumb, but I could see how it was adding to the fact that you were already hurt by her behavior. And I'm like, yeah, because like, dude, like, no. And I go, I can't build my opinion of her based on your opinion of her, because yours is not my experience of her. So I'm not going to just be like, okay, well, he says that no, because I don't hardly ever agree with his opinion about people. We are two different people, and we see people totally different. So it's like, dude, you can't like be like, well, I warned you. And I mean, even if you did and it was legitimate and I could listen to your advice about something, you still can't like expect me to like do what you tell me to do. And then when something does happen, don't be that like, oh, well, I told you so. That's not loving at all. You know what I mean? That's like if your kid goes and rides their bicycle and you told them to be safe and they fell. Now you're not going to kiss their boo-boos or show them any kind of comfort or anything, like, because you told them so. Like, it's just dumb. It's like, no, it's like, why would you punish somebody you care about? Like, I know he didn't know what to do in that moment, but it's like, I'm experiencing the last couple of days, especially this whole, like, I wish I knew some Arlene's I could go hang out with. You know, I've done all this personal growth and all this self-development, and I know my triggers, and I'm impeccable with my word, and I set boundaries, and I'm considerate of other people, and I don't put myself first, and I don't think the world revolves around me. And when anything's happening in any situation, I'm first to look at myself. When I'm talking to other people, I'm never about like, oh, that person's bad, this person's bad. No, I'm like, how can you make the situation better? Because that's the only thing we ever have any control over. Well, it's really hard sometimes being that person in this world, because you come from that mindset, you know? Like, we're gonna consider each other, and we're gonna have considerations, and we're gonna own what's ours, and we're gonna have curiosity about the things people bring to our attention. And so it's like, when you're around people who don't do that, it's like fucking hanging out with brick walls. And there's a whole lot of, you know, it's not worth it. The conversation will be so much longer just to point out this little thing. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess I'm feeling kind of lonely. I wish, and losing that friend today, because to me that's kind of a loss. You know what I mean? Like, it's a loss to me. I don't have people like that in my life. You know what I mean? I just don't. That's my boundaries. But I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. Day 44, I guess tomorrow would make 6 weeks, right? We're gonna go find some place to stay tonight. We left the dunes because of all the chaos. You know, it's busy. People are there having fun. But the fireworks all night long has the dog shaking, and you know what I mean? So we're gonna wait for that to clear out and then probably go back there for a couple of nights, because we paid for 7 and we only used 2, so. But we're gonna go find some place to stay tonight. This place, you have to pay for 2 weeks. You can't pay for a night, so we're not staying here. But I wanted to show this to you guys because it's really pretty. So anyway, I love you guys. Check back in tomorrow. Maybe I won't be so snarky. I don't know. I'm sure I was fine. I love you guys. Thanks for watching.